Bentornati nella rubrica del cinema, in questo caso cinema horror, ma attenzione perché questa sarà una puntata molto speciale in cui vi presento un cortometraggio della durata di circa mezz'ora, fatto a tecnica mista, metà cartoni animati, metà live action, ovvero girato dal vivo. Questo cortometraggio particolare si intitola The Scooby-Doo Project. È un cartone che è andato in onda su Cartoon Network nel 1999, ma che da quel momento non è stato mai più trasmesso perché era una sorta di parodia horror, ma talmente estrema che non l'hanno mai più trasmessa. Adesso vi spiego un po' anche il motivo. In sostanza, The Scooby-Doo Project è una parodia innanzitutto di Blair Witch Project, il famoso film found footage che parla di un gruppo di ragazzi che vanno in una foresta per indagare sul mistero di questa strega che lo spirito di questa strega infesterebbe questa foresta maledetta, ok? E succedono un po' tante cose nel film, che però alla fine succede tanto ma non succede niente perché non si vede mai niente, visto che la strega è invisibile, e che molti sto film l'hanno criticato, che è stato un capolavoro di marketing, ok? Perché avevano montato una campagna pubblicitaria incredibile dove facevano credere che era un fatto vero, che veramente dei ragazzi si erano dispersi nella foresta e non erano mai stati più ritrovati, invece non era vero niente, ok? E oltre alla parodia di questo film è soprattutto questo cortometraggio che andremo a vedere fra poco, è soprattutto la parodia di Scooby-Doo, un cartoon che va avanti fin dagli anni 70, quindi da tantissimo tempo, ma che ha sempre avuto dei canoni molto rigidi nel suo cartoon. Negli ultimi anni ci sono state delle nuove serie in cui hanno rinnovato parecchie cose, l'hanno resa più moderna, però questa parodia prende in giro Scooby-Doo stesso, cioè i personaggi di Scooby-Doo si prendono in giro da soli, ok? Facendosi delle battute fra di loro che vanno proprio a punzecchiare i punti deboli del loro stesso cartoon, le falle logiche, sarebbe le cose che nella realtà non esisterebbero, non funzionerebbero, ma anche il carattere dei vari personaggi, i protagonisti si punzecchiano fra di loro, fanno cioè è una parodia questa estrema secondo me, perché si esce un po' dalla quarta parete, in quanto i personaggi è come se nei loro dialoghi, nelle loro azioni facessero una critica l'un con l'altro, si criticano l'un con l'altro, si prendono in giro l'un con l'altro, ok? E il che lo rende questo un cartoon che va oltre quello che era l'originale Scooby-Doo. È un cartoon chiaramente orientato a un pubblico adulto, non è per un pubblico di bambini, anche perché prende, oltre a prendere in giro queste due cose, ovvero il film Blair Witch e il cartoon di Scooby-Doo, ci sono anche diverse scene parecchio di tensione e spaventose, ok? Quindi è un vero e proprio cortometraggio horror che riesce incredibilmente a far ridere, a prendere in giro queste due opere di cui ho già parlato, e anche a spaventare. Quindi secondo me è un cartoon eccezionale, tra poco lo andrete a vedere. Ovviamente non è mai uscito in Italia, non è mai stato doppiato in italiano, ma ci sono i sottotitoli che ho scritto io di mio pugno, e ci ho messo tanto a scriverli, cioè nel senso, a orecchio ho fatto la traduzione a orecchio, ma poi digitarla ci metti parecchio tempo, ok? E ho scritto sotto nei sottotitoli, ci sono anche scritti chi è il personaggio che dice la determinata frase. Perché? Perché essendo una parodia di Blair Witch, per molto tempo, per la maggior parte del tempo, è una telecamera in soggettiva, ok? È una ripresa in soggettiva del bosco dove si vedono, diciamo, anche i personaggi di Scooby-Doo che stanno lì sovraimpressi, perché è fatto a tecnica mista questo cartoon, ok? Quindi tante volte non si vede in faccia chi parla, perché chi parla spesso è chi regge la telecamera, quindi non si vede. Ok, allora ragazzi, fate molta attenzione ai dialoghi, attivate i sottotitoli, qua in basso a destra c'è il pulsante per attivare i sottotitoli, è quello a forma di schermetto televisivo con le righe orizzontali, e fate molta attenzione ai dialoghi. Ovviamente per maggior chiarezza ho messo anche delle note nei sottotitoli, e ho messo anche il nome del personaggio che dice ogni determinata frase. Quindi sono sottotitoli un po' lunghi, a volte penso che avrete bisogno di mettere pausa, però ho cercato di farli più stringati possibili, di anche riassumere i dialoghi e di adattarli in modo che le battute fossero comunque efficaci anche in italiano. Ok, allora ragazzi vi lascio a questo cartoon, vi ricordo che questa è la versione non censurata dove ci sono delle scene inedite che sono state inserite in montaggio, quindi vedrete magari che il cartoon si vede bene, poi a un certo punto si vede peggio, perché? Perché volevo una scena recuperata che era stata tagliata, io l'ho reinserita all'interno del cartoon. Poi alla fine del cartoon c'è anche una scena post credits, ovvero dopo i titoli di coda, c'è una scena aggiuntiva in cui ci sono altri dialoghi interessanti di due personaggi, ok? Che non dico chi sono per non fare spoiler, e che insomma parlano anch'essi di altri aspetti del cartoon che non tornano come logica, ok? E diciamo che c'è anche un finale più o meno a sorpresa, ok? Quindi c'ha tutti gli ingredienti per essere una grande storia di Halloween questa. Andiamo a vederla ragazzi, mi raccomando, attivate i sottotitoli, prendete i popcorn e non fatevelo addosso. A dopo, ciao ragazzi!
Hank's abandoned groovy van was found days ago beside a dirt road.
Search parties have spent several days searching the woods and found hundreds of Scooby snacks, but no trace of the teenage sleuths have been found.
At approximately 1400 hours, state and federal authorities uncovered a duffel bag in the woods. Said bag contains 24 hours of Scooby-Doo episodes.
Excuse me, what episodes? The Spacey Space Kook? Which is which?
Yes, all of them.
Will you be releasing them to the public?
We'll be showing them in a marathon type situation.
What about the whereabouts of the kids? Where are
I
the kids?
can't discuss that at this time. You'll just have to watch the marathon. No more questions.
Hey, excuse me, over here. Where are the kids? The public has a right
Were
to
there
know.
animals in the van?
Hello, I'm Velma Dinkley, and this is a documentary of one of our mysteries. That's Scooby-Doo, Red Jones, and Daphne Blake.
Hey, how you doing?
Of course, I want to play myself in the movie version, and that's Norville Rogers.
It's Shaggy! Like nobody calls me Norval. What's the matter, Norville? That's not on tape, is it?
Something wrong, Norville.
Norville. Very funny. Norval. And to Scoob. We're starved. Well.
Welcome to Burger King. May I take your order? Give us 2 orders of everything.
Jinkies.
I'll say.
You know how those two get when they're hungry. Have you heard anything about these woods being haunted?
Well, you know, my grandparents used to tell a story about some 10-foot tall, spikes on his arms, monster wandering in the woods. Just crazy talk, really.
It was right above us. It was big. It was puffy. It was globby or something. I don't know what you want to call it, but it was big. There was a glow to it. It was just right over the ridge there. The eyes would burn a hole in you, just glowing, burning, freakish eyes.
Aliens, bioengineering, genetic mutations. I don't know what's going on, but it troubles me.
I've heard about a ghost of a Civil War soldier that exists around here.
Giant radioactive cat over by the nuclear plant that kids say lives off of stray dogs, but I don't know. I don't believe that stuff.
It doesn't add up. All their stories are different.
Right, all right, riot rats. Oh.
She said giant cat, not rat, Scooby.
That's what I said. Rat.
Cat.
Well, rat.
Have you heard anything about these woods being haunted?
No, I'm not really from around here, so I wouldn't know anything about haunted or anything, but, say, you guys look familiar to me. I think you're on that show. Aren't you guys on that show?
Like, what show you talking about?
Oh, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That mystery, sleuthing thing, you know, where you're chasing around after the ghost and the witches and all that. It's like a mystery deal. You're cartoons, aren't you?
Have you heard these woods are haunted?
You kids stay away. Those woods are cursed. I never go near them.
Like I bet she never goes near a dentist either.
Man, that thing must get steamy.
Ask on.
You know, throughout the years, a lot of people have asked me, Brad, why the scarf? And I always tell them the same thing. Why don't you mind your own business, pal?
Okay, the map says the sightings are this way.
I got a weird feeling about this. Like these woods don't look like our regular woods. They look different.
What are you talking about?
Like, I don't know. Things just look more realistic.
Yeah, realistic.
A staple for every mystery. Scooby snacks.
Yeah, Scooby snacks. Yum, yum. Come on, guys, it'll be fun.
Don't forget, it's my turn to pull off the mask.
We are now leaving the van and going into the woods. Bye,
Hi, Van. Like, why do we have to always do these things when it's almost dark?
Here's the cemetery where the curse in these woods began.
Like, that's really fascinating. Why can't we go now?
What do you mean? We're gonna camp here. How else can we learn about the curse?
Camp here? By a cemetery? Like I didn't sign on for this.
The local legend is that one spooky night in 1773, some local people from the town fled because of a ghost
I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Now it's getting late, and we've been walking forever looking for the creature in these woods. Whoever or whatever it is that's trying to scare us.
Well, I, for one, think it's just some farmer who's peeved that we're on his land. Probably that freak with the mutant story. And it didn't help by sticking that camera in his face.
Look, I'm just making a visual record here.
Of what, Velma? How to get lost, live off the land, and use our dog for a blanket?
Like, that reminds me. I don't want to sleep outside again tonight, Velma. That gravestone did a number on my back.
You got any great ideas, Mr. Man?
Would you please turn that thing off? We need to put up the tent.
Tent? Don't you mean tent? So much for my beauty rest.
You mean we're all gonna pack into one tent like a bunch of sardines? Sardines!
Okay, now we're trying to put the tent up before it gets too dark, so I'm gonna keep rolling in case that spook appears. And now we're putting the tent poles into the grommets. We've got to make sure we put the tent tarp on. Now we're putting the stakes up to hold the tent.
Will you please put the camera down, Velma? It might be easier without it.
Well, I don't want to miss anything.
Shut it off!
And there it was, standing on a hill above us. Claws raised, luring eyes, and a piercing scream like...
Like this isn't a ghost story. We were all there. It turned out to be that old ship's captain, remember?
Oh, oh yeah.
Ah, get your feet out of my face. Who got these snack crumbs in my sleeping bag? Scooby?
No, it's Raggy.
Nuh-uh. It must be Fred.
Maybe it's Daphne.
Now, why would I complain if it was me?
I'm going on a trip to the moon, and I'm taking an apple, a banana, a chocolate cream pie. That was a good one, Scoob. A donut, eggplant parmesan, and funnel cakes. I'm taking funnel cakes. Scoob, it's your turn. You got G. Scoob. Scooby.
Oh, what's that noise? Get the camera, get the camera. Huh? What is that?
Let's split up and check it out.
No way, Jose.
Will someone go out there for a Scooby snack? Somebody! Anybody!
Like, are you out of your mind?
2 Scooby snacks? Oh, come on! 20, 80, please!
Can't you two just go out there dressed up as surgeons and confuse the monster and tie him to an operating table? You guys do great with monsters.
We're like
Are you sure?
Like there's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Guys, hold on. We don't know.
Oh, no! No!
What? What is it?
They're stale! They're completely and totally stale! No!
Oh, boy.
Okay, somebody has piled Scooby snacks in weird little piles outside our tent.
Like I'm not touching those things. Those are haunted Scooby snacks. That creature touched them. Forget it. They're all yours, Scooby.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Did you trick me? Did you put those there? Scoob, did you trick me? He tricked me. Give me one of those.
Come on. The van should be over there.
I need a break. My feet hurt.
Well, is it our fault you wore high heels on a hiking trip?
At least I try to look feminine.
The map says, we should be... The van should be over there. We should be there in an hour.
Oh, Velma, that's what you said 2 hours ago.
You don't know where we are, do you?
I know if we just follow the map.
Can we just figure this out and get home? I'm done with monsters and curses. Put a fork in me. I'm done.
Yeah, put a fork in me, too. Give me the map.
Like, how can you read this map? It's just a dotted line and an X. Let's just keep moving.
Look, will you just admit that we're lost, Velma?
Fred, give me the map.
I don't have the map. I gave it to you.
I distinctly remember giving you the map.
And I gave it back. Look, I don't want to get mad at you, Velma, so stop kidding.
I'm not kidding. I don't have the map.
Like I ate it, man. Scooby and I ate it. With Tabasco.
Yeah, Rabasco.
It was like useless anyway.
You ate the map.
Wait a minute, I found a clue. Footprints. Wow, like this creature must have 10 legs.
No, those are our footprints. Those are our footprints.
What, you mean we've gone in a big circle? Oh, man, this is so not cool.
Yeah, not cool.
We're toast, man. Like toast.
Yeah, toast. We can figure this out. Just remain calm.
You remain calm.
I am calm. You're the ones that aren't calm.
I'm calmer than you.
I'm always calm, man. I'm the calm one. I'm calm. I'm calm.
Ooh. I've been busting my hump at this network for years! But do I get the same treatment as them? Not even close! Why do you think they brought me into the show? Because they needed good acting? Like we are so lost!
We're close to the van. I know it!
Would you come off it, Freddy? You have no idea where the mystery machine is.
Why is it you're the one who's always driving anyway?
Oh, is that how it is? Well, listen here, Ms. Smarty Pants. Maybe if you chip in for gas every once in a while, you could drive.
Yeah, gas money.
What? What was that? Does anyone understand what this dog is saying?
Like lay off, Scoob.
Yeah.
I want to go home.
I'm working on it.
Wait up, guys. I lost my glasses.
Here we go again.
Velma, for crying out loud. A glasses strap? How many times have we told you? A glasses strap!
Could you just help me look? I can't see without my glasses.
Oh, so you mean, could we find your glasses for you?
Not now, Freddy.
No, wait a minute. She wants us to help her find her glasses, but she's not going to be helping. They're her glasses. She's not going to be helping find them.
Like she's blind as a bat without them.
It's nighttime, genius. Where'd she go?
She wandered off. Velma! Over here!
Ah, this is just great.
Zoinks! We're never gonna get out of here!
Zoinks? That's all you have to say, zoinks? What the heck does that mean, anyway?
Oh, I'm sorry. What do you want me to say? Shankies?
Fred? Daphne? What are you laughing at?
He's got a point, Velma.
Jinkies is a word. Stop laughing.
Jinkies! I think we're royally zoinked. Is that better?
Stop laughing! Fred? Stop laughing!
Let's split up. They're always saying it. Well, I, for one, am sick of splitting up. It never helps, and I'm always getting stuck with Velma. Why are Fred and Daphne always heading off together anyway?
Scooby-Doo, take one. Here's a tree. Here's some rocks. Here's a spooky cemetery. Here's a monster. And here's some more trees. And here's a monster. Rocky!
Scooby-Doo! Where are you? Scooby! 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 Where are you? Over here. Oh.
There it is. What is it? What is it?
It's coming from over there!
What is it? Freddy, tell me what it is!
Sorry, gang. Like it's just our stomachs. I'm so hungry. You know, Scoob, this is the last time I get suckered into looking for a monster. Ever. Never again. I should be at home watching scary movies, not living in one, and eating some pizza.
Yeah, some pizza, a pepperoni pizza.
I like the Hawaiian. The sweet of the pineapple and the salty of the ham. Together really make it, Scoob. What's that? That's no bird. That's not funny. Is that a joke? Fred? Daphne? Hello? Monster? Let go of my leg, Scoob. Hey, Scoob, let go of my leg. Scooby, my circulation will buddy. Scoob.
Forget it.
You mean to tell me you're not scared?
All I'm saying is that there's got to be a perfectly good explanation for all this. Smoke and mirrors, glow-in-the-dark paint, a movie projector,
A movie projector? We're in the middle of nowhere, Freddy. How are they gonna plug it in?
Batteries?
Right, a movie projector that runs on batteries? Oh, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, I don't know. Maybe...
Maybe what? They've got a really long extension cord?
Look, I'm just trying to...
Just admit that you're scared.
I am not scared. Okay, I'm a little scared.
Hey, gang. You know, I just realized something.
What's that?
I just realized that we've been out here, 7 days? And we haven't pulled a mask off anyone yet.
And your point is?
I don't know. I guess I missed the little things.
How do you mean?
Well, you know, every night we find a mystery and bang, 22 minutes later we solve it and go home. That's simple, not complicated like this.
Yeah, whatever happened to ghouls who respected our curfew?
Yeah.
Shaggy, watch it!
Sorry, Scooby. Move your paw. Over my sleeping bag.
You brought a sleeping bag? Like all I have is a rock for a pillow.
A rock?
Ugh. Watch those feet, Shaggy. Shaggy, take off your shoes. No, leave them on. Sorry.
Gang, do you hear that? What is that? Fred, wake up. It's right outside the tent. And the tent's open. I'm going outside the tent. Something's outside. Somebody's been in our backpacks. They ate our food. Oh! Scooby-Doo!
Scooby-Dooby-Doo!
Thanks a lot, Scooby. What are we gonna do now, Velma? There's no food, no clean clothes. I haven't painted my nails in 2 days. Shh! Did you hear that? Hello? Hello?
Fred, wake up!
Daphne? Daphne?
Freddy, there's something out there again!
Daphne!
Darn, it was just a dream.
Scooby? Scooby-Doo? Is that you?
Daphne, wait! Daphne, come back! Daphne, stop! It's just Scrappy-Doo!
I know! Daphne? Daphne, what is it? Daphne, what is it? What's wrong?
I ripped my dress and my stockings and I'm broken now!
I lost my scarf! It's my favorite one!
Well, I suppose you think this is very funny. I ruined my stockings. I hope you're happy, Scoob. I just hope you're happy because I don't have another pair!
Shh! I think I hear it again.
Uncle Scooby! Uncle Scooby!
Zoinks! That flashlight! All lights off!
What's he doing here?
Why, did you call him Scoob?
He probably wants to solve the mystery for us. He loves doing that.
Shh. Oh, man, did you hear that?
Hiya, gang! Looks like there's a mystery to be solved.
Hi, Scrappy.
Just wait till I get a hold of that monster, Uncle Scooby. He'll never know what hit him. I'll give him one of those and one of these. And Uncle Scooby can give him one of these and one of those. Won't you, Uncle Scooby? Won't you?
Yeah, right, Scrappy.
I don't think Scooby needs any help, Scrappy.
What do you mean, Freddy? You guys haven't caught anybody yet. Now that I'm here, this mystery's gonna be wrapped up. It'll be solved before sunrise. That is, unless you chicken out, Freddy.
It's Fred.
There's only one thing you guys need. A good dose of puppy power.
Oh yeah, that's just what we need.
Hey, it's that cookie creep. Let me at him. Let me at him. Come on, Uncle Scooby. Let's give him the old 1-4.
1-4?
Let me at him. Come on. Let me at him. Da-da-da-da-da.
Well, gang?
Well, what?
Well, we better find the way out of here fast.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Guys, I think I found something.
What is it, Freddy?
It looks like an abandoned drive-in.
What would a drive-in be doing all the way out here?
Like I don't know, and I don't care. Just lead us to that snack bar.
Yeah, snack bar.
Aggie, that candy's gotta be at least 30 years old.
Okay, gang. I think we've hung around here long enough.
Which direction should we go? East? Shaggy ate the compass.
Like I thought it was a cookie.
You think everything's a cookie.
I do not.
You do.
Actually, I think other things are kind of like a sandwich.
Yes, you
But then
do.
again, you know...
Hey, did you hear that?
Zoinks! Like, haven't we suffered enough already?
You know, Scrappy wasn't really part of the game.
The noises are coming from this house.
Like, let's go in the haunted house in the middle of the night. Now I know why you're the smart one.
Hello? Hello? Hey, look, a radio.
Maybe we're on the news.
Like, oh no, not music. We always get chased when there's music. What'd I tell you?
Oh, I hate this part with the doors. Shaggy, what are you doing in the corner?
I'm scared, man. Like scared.
Good work, gang. And the monster is... just some guy.
Untie me, you intrusive kids. Like he didn't say meddling. Doesn't he know the drill?
He used the costume to scare people. But one thing doesn't make sense.
Why?
Because it's Halloween. You know, October 31st every year. Candy and bobbing for apples. I mean, you guys are dressed up, right?
But why did you scare us at the cemetery last night?
Well, if you didn't do it, then who?
This was supposed to be just another mystery in the woods. But then we got lost. In over our heads. Was the curse real? Maybe this time we shouldn't have meddled. We shouldn't have meddled.
Groovy van was found beside a dirt road. Search parties have spent several days searching the woods and found hundreds of Scooby snacks, but no trace of the teenage sleuths have been found.
It's time now for the Spacely Sprockets halftime show, Spectacular. Featuring Broadway legend Carol Channing, star of stage and screen Clyde the Orangutan, legendary daredevil Evel Knievel, mimes extraordinaire Shields and Yarnell, and singing sensation Tom Jones. Get ready, everyone, because the heat is on!
So let me get this straight. You're in the woods.
Right.
And you're lost.
Uh-huh.
And you're taping it.
Yep.
And they said it was just another tired rip-off of the Blair Witch Project?
I know.
Man, that hurts.
Tell me about it. We've been doing the whole mystery thing, and is that Carol Channing?
Which one?
On the left. With the monkey.
Uh-huh. Had her on the show first season. Second season. Nice lady.
Ah. So we've been doing the mystery thing for years, and then... I don't know. I try not to think about it too much.
Let me ask you something. That redhead, what's her name?
Daphne?
Right, Daphne. She's a hottie.
I know.
So?
So what?
Linda thinks there's something going on between you two.
Who's Linda?
My wife. So, is there?
I'm not saying.
Oh, come on, dude. Throw me a bone.
Shh, hey, cool it. He's going.
Go, Knievel. Go. Go.
Whoa! Can we get a big spatula over here?
Yeah, he'll feel that tomorrow.
I was at Snake River Canyon.
Get out.
Seriously. We were checking out a haunted amusement park nearby.
Man, cool.
Oh, it was amazing.
I'll bet.
Listen up, everybody. Shields and you're down.
Mimes. So, who'd you pick today?
What, are you kidding?
Roadrunner?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. You're in on the pool, right?
Yeah, Bravo's.
Bravo's got one? When did he start that?
Thursday? He was in the commissary. No, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. Why? Which one are you in?
The red guys.
You're kidding.
What?
Well, you can kiss that money goodbye.
We used to go to camp together. He said I could trust him.
And you believed him?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Your money.
you've all been waiting for, performer extraordinaire, Mr. Tom Jones!
Jones is up. Must be the finale.
You know, my dad said he's a distant cousin or something.
Seriously?
Yep.
That is so cool.
Yep. Whoa, Delilah. Delilah.
Master control. You're kidding. Okay, I'll get on it. Sorry.
What?
Camera's on in here.
How long?
Not sure.
You got it?
Yeah.
Thank you for watching the Spacely Sprockets Halftime Show Spectacular.